Hello everyone, Shane here, and you're about to see something different. So I'm playing Boneworks, but with the Quest link. However, it's a virtual link. So what is this virtual link? It's a link that allows you to play your computer games from your headset, your Oculus Quest 2 headset, with no cables. However, most likely because I chose the most graphically intensive game,
pick up the object in front of
it's very laggy. So,
to the object and grab
as you can see, I grabbed it and just dropped. Then when I throw it, sometimes it freezes frames. Let's just, you know, see this part all the way through. So you can see a bunch of lag there, which means that it's not really handling this all too well. There is the sentient clipboard, which I want to save, right? Anyway, so this is how this works for like this kind of game. It essentially just takes whatever game you have on your computer, and it also, after you've done that, after it's taken everything from your computer, it lets you play them in your Oculus Quest headset. And the problem with this is that most games made for your Oculus Rift or Rift S or whatever kind of version you have are not really made for the Oculus Quest. So it does lead to a whole bunch of issues, but it does actually work. So I'm going to guess that if you choose a less graphically intensive game, it would work. However, you're about to see a big freeze here, as this is a scene where everything just kind of explodes, and it stopped there, and I'm just going to cut ahead. So, jumping with a bit of latency, as you can see, that's the only issue with this, actually. It's really cool. It works very well, surprisingly, for having essentially a phone run a highly graphic intensive game that takes up all like your RAM and such, and it does it just like this very easily. There are a few bugs, however, as you'll see here. I grabbed that, which means I'm supposed to start moving. I'm not, and as you notice, my screen is kind of just shaking a bit. That means I'm lagging out, and in VR, lagging is very bad. And as you see there, I'm gonna have to put like a flashing lights warning there. That's not really how the game works. And now I'm just going to test a whole bunch of the physics, because this game is filled with really cool physics, and I'm going to test if they, or if they do not, break my headset. So that one doesn't really. Hitting them also doesn't. However, this thing, it does give you like a slight stop. Now for some cups, going to hit them. Don't ignore that miss. We don't talk about it. However, you notice that it kind of just jolted back and forth, which is lag. And your hand also may phase through some objects as a side effect of the Quest link. However, these it does work with those kind of graphics. Don't ask if the hammer's like that. It's physics. Now I'm switching over to a bit of gun, which has a bit of wrong. This is actually only for like Boneworks. At least I've only tried this with Boneworks. So yeah. And this is just me not knowing how to aim in Boneworks since I've played too much Pavlov, so I miss every single shot. So, yeah. So anything like with a whole bunch of these, like, particles, like this one, freezes the game a bit. So you can't really have anything too graphically. What I'm saying is, if the graphic is too big, don't do it. Anyway, I'm going to grab the strongest weapon to test out the physics. Not the greatsword, the noodle dog, of course. So if you actually want to see like a full playthrough of this game, I do have a 3 series beating this game. One just regularly, one with the ranged weapons only, one with melee weapons only. It's a thing that I did quite a while ago, and I'm just going to switch to some like actual live combat. And this is where it really starts to break, because it's a mixture of physics, the particles that we've just seen, it kind of freeze a bit about, and also a whole bunch of stats and stuff. It's doing a whole bunch of calculation. Phasing is a thing because I'm hitting an object. As you can see, my hand froze there in the air. And yeah, now it's gonna walk from here. Go back to like breaking things. Gonna switch to that side because why not? It's Boneworks. You can do whatever. You can see that it kind of just like shutter shake. Alright, and now after I've done that, here we go. You can see like I'm actually on the corner of the screens because you don't really see this, but in game it's very prevalent as you see like the entire world breaking whenever you see that around you. And then this is where the combat gets really iffy. So, while this does work, it doesn't work well, is what I'm concluding. Because this kind of froze there. But if you were to play perhaps maybe Rec Room, it would work well. Or at least well enough for it to be a fully like functioning type of thing. I don't know, find a game that's less graphically intensive if you're going to try this out. And with that, Arbitrayan out.